Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Thursday with the GSUV channel. I now finally have a name for what I do here, the GSUV channel. It's not as if I didn't have a name before. It's just I felt really uncomfortable calling it the GSUV channel. And no, maybe that's a better name I could call it. Something catchy. The GSUV hour isn't particularly catchy. It's also like 3 or 4 hours, so it doesn't really work. So, this evening, I'm currently alone, but that's cool, doing good, and tonight I shall be playing mostly a little bit of Sunless Sea. So I'll just take a moment to boot that up. So Sunless Sea is a game by Feel Better Games. Pretty awesome. It's got a lot of atmosphere going on, and that's the kind of thing I love in a game. You know, in any game, like world building and atmosphere tend to trump. Uh, ooh, a lot of good gameplay foibles, if you know what I mean. I've also got a nice cup of tea. That's how I'm doing. Sunless Sea is a kind of spin-off from Fallen London, which is a browser-based role-playing game, I suppose you'd call it. One of these ones which it's kind of cool, and again I like the world building. At the same time, it is one of these games which lets you do like X actions a day and tries to trick you into paying for more perks. And alright, I can respect that kind of business model in that they want to be a business. They can't just do these things for free. On the other hand, to me it feels a bit underhanded, but that's just me. I've never been a big fan of that kind of game. I'd rather they just like charge for the game itself, and if they can't charge for the game, then maybe they should try and consider the reasons why they can't just charge for the game. Maybe. Anyway, enough of my off-the-cuff criticisms of online games. Right, I played a few games of this before. It has not done me much good. I am still not terribly good at this game, and I don't have any bonuses to show for the two captains that came before me. There's a kind of a lineage system in this game, in that the captains you play, when they die, depending on what they do and what they get, might knock on to the next captains. Yeah, I might get bonuses and such, but I don't appear to have gotten any bonuses, so I don't know. I don't know if it's just that I'm playing badly, or I need to figure out how to play better, but I haven't quite got the hang of this game. I had hoped I would have people join me this evening, mostly to give me advice, and hopefully catch what I miss. But, as I say, we're on our own for now. Right, so choose a past. Let's see, I've been before in the past, a poet and a veteran. Perception, healing. I think we're going to go for veils. I want to be a sneaky one. Oh wow, I got a sea urchin. Your friend, another Longshanks, knows a little gunnery. Only a little, but she can help. I looked at her first and thought she was an urchin, but on second viewing, I don't think she's an urchin. I think it's just that particular portrait's a bit strange. Got a Longshanks gunner. Recent graduate from the urchin gangs, where she learned to fire a gun. Got some veils, got some money. Echoes is the money, by the way, and my stranger quality is gone. Cool. My ambition is my father's bonus. That seems good. Let's say I was an orphan. And I think I would like to be called Captain will do fine, because, I am an urchin after all. I'm not exactly high class. Right, what do I want to look like? So I was a former urchin, so I'm not likely to be extraordinarily dapper. That's cool. I should wear a mask. That'd be pretty cool. I could be really super mysterious. Um, Von Hohenheim. I am von Hohenheim. Something a bit. Von Boomgard. There you go, that's my name. Meet with Slivy, the urchin who speaks with the wind. The urchins of London lair in the flit, a creaking roof maze high above the streets. Bad altitude, as everyone knows. Slivy hears things, Slivy knows things. A week ago he mentioned that your father was as strong a swimmer as you. Slivy's face is disfigured with wine-stained birthmark, and he struggles with a stutter, marks of the lightning's kiss. What? One night when he got too bold in a storm, they say. Yes, yes, I've been waiting for you. I just want me a little mutter salt, something to calm my nerves. Bring it and I'll tell you who has your father. Apparently I have to find mutter salt. Along the coast to Wither and bring back mutter salt for Slivy. Where the hell's the Wither? I don't know where any of these places are. That's annoying. Okay, cool. My lodgings, read the morning paper, doesn't cost me a damn thing, and it gets you a bonus. The outcomes are that Enigmatic Marketplace has been increased its tax on love stories. The traitor Empress has forbidden the singing in the streets outside her palace. The anarchists of Calendar Council have explicitly dynamited the drinking fountain. And the Ministry of Public Decency has located and destroyed a nest of gallblighter wasps. So strange words in this. This might be interesting to read out. And there's not really anything else going on right now, so I'm just going to go. Visit the Admiralty Survey Office. Admiralty asks you to check out ports. Let's see. Guiders Mourn in the Corsairs Forest. Okay. That I might be able to find. Things move in the Z. Actually, maybe I should talk about what's going on. Okay, so this is Fallen London. Fallen London is a setting in which, in the mid-19th century, London was taken away by bats to a humongous underground cavern allegedly the size of Europe. It's a bit weird, I love it. There's lots of whispers as why that happened. Some say it was sold, some say it was stolen. But Londoners have survived, and that was 30 years ago. There are other nations in this underground cavern, lots of strange creatures and things happening. Nothing's quite as it seems, and frankly, nothing is normal down here. The sea, what they call the Untersee, spelled Z-E-E, and the Z shifts, so nothing's ever the same in two playthroughs. So finding locations can be tricky. Some places are fixed, other places are not. So that's a thing. Perhaps not. Let's see. I think I did anything Labyrinth and Tigers. I think I need to find things to do that. Check out London. Oh, yeah, that's what I did. Hire on more crew. It's actually worthwhile keeping a bit of space on your ship, so I'm not going to do that yet. Offer passage to a tomb colonist. That's a good place to start. That'll give us some money. He wants to go to Vendor Bite. So, apparently, people don't die properly in Fallen London. And people who become too banged up, I suppose, head to the tomb colonies where they can basically meet corpses, living corpses at that. So that's another weird thing of this. That's all we need for here. I don't know where there is, so that might be tricky. Let's see. See, the gunnery officer. Right, this place to speak. So this is actually, there's a strong kind of like choose your own adventure theme in this game. You know, you'll come across areas where you have various choices about what to do, and depending on your stats, you might be good at it or you might be bad at it. Proposition the Longshanks Gunner. You can get romance in this, which is kind of sweet. The gunner has grown bored of subtlety. Ensure your iron is at least 20 points higher than your veils. Okay. I need 71 irons, which is basically your combat skills. That's oh, okay, and I increased my iron with her as well. That's very nice. Why did she come to the Z? It's like the flit at the Z, right? No one to tell you what you're saying to say, what to say or do, and no one to kick you downstairs just because you got a little bit tall. I'll be a faithful officer, but put me ashore at the shadow and you won't forget you. Okay. East Central Untersee. Okay. Well, we'll maybe head there second. Right, well that's enough. Right, well, okay, here's the stuff. Got cargo, got curiosities that don't actually take up space but are things you have. This is the my ship, essentially. I've got one gun and a pair of engines, not very big ship. Got a journal, it tells me all my various traits. You collect traits as you play. This is my officer screen. This is the comatose ferret, which is the mascot. He is hilarious. Play, that Iroh says. Play. I played once. In the happy warrens of London. Before you installed me in this floating coffin and made me eat dried food. Damn your play. It is an eloquent Iroh. I like them. I like it. You can buy stuff at the shops. It's not really. It's not really worth it. It probably is worth it, honestly. And the shipyard where you can buy bigger ships. I mean, the next bigger ship costs 1,000 echoes. I have paid merely 100 echoes in the previous games, so I don't really know how to go about doing that. So that's gonna be fun. So anyway, I'm gonna head to the shops, and I think I'm actually gonna buy some supplies and fuel. I'm actually going to spend all my money on fuel, because that's always generally worthwhile having. Right, here's the actual game screen. Hooray! It took us a long while to get here, but here we are. Yeah, let's move. We control our speed. We have to keep one eye on our fuel, on our engines. Not engine temperature, that's interesting. I wonder if that has anything to do with anything. Oh. Doesn't appear to. Gotta keep an eye on your hunger. Your men get fed every day. You can also get events which feed your guys, which is nice and handy. We want to head to the tomb colonies first, which is up the coast to the north. We also want to nip to Hunter's Keep, which is generally worthwhile because if you report on Hunter's Keep, then you will get money from the Admiralty. You also want to keep an eye on your terror. The higher your terror, the more mad your men go. Once you reach 100 terror, your men will mutiny, or other bad things will happen. I've previously experienced a mutiny. Terror goes up in the dark places, so, keep an eye on that. A hump of dark rock swathed in mist, like 100 other Untersea islands. Let's see. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. Let's see. Reconnoitre the island. I think I'm going to do that. I got a report at Hunter's Keep. Excellent. Spy on the house. That's a straightforward challenge. That's 100%, so I'm going to do that. Let's see. You peer through the half-open French window into a grand parlour, grand in size, if a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another, fair-haired, but unmistakably her sister, sprawls on the sofa of the book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. Soon, she says, and the piano music falters and stops, we'll go hungry, and then the end will come. For me, but not for you. The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard. Hush! If you don't speak of it, she frowns. Has she seen you at the window? You withdraw. No idea what that means, so let's go present yourself at the house. A visitor, the youngest cries. We're very welcome. Will you join us for lunch? Let's see. Lunching with Phoebe. Phoebe is a soft-voiced, watchful, unpredictable. Phoebe has a story to tell of two lovers parted by water, of a raven that carried messages, of a fragment of the moon. She beats time on the table as she speaks as if to a song only she can hear. The effect is hypnotic. Your attention drifts out through the skylight of the dining room to the false stars glittering on the roof of the cavern. You drift like a puffball spore. The Untersea shimmers below. Islands lie like mineral specimens on black velvet. Ships board like wood chips between the islands. Vast spined things pulse in the depths. There's a scent like the scent before a storm. The storm came. Says Phoebe quietly. Everything changed. Somewhere in there you find the last course. A scowly maid reluctantly serves cheese and Bath Oliver biscuits. Whoa. And we now have Storm's attention. Storm's one of the gods of the Untersea. And they won't always speak to you, so... And, as I say, they feed you, so it's generally worth, visiting them when you're hungry. I look super mysterious. Check me out. Von Boomgard. Okay, so I'm just going to follow the coast, see if I can find anything interesting up the wall of the depths. I believe to the north, the south, and the west there are walls which you can't pass. Prick finger wastes, super. To the east, however, is the mysterious distances, and I think that's the end game goal, is to successfully traverse them, but I'm not entirely certain. So Davies, that's a pirate ship. This is the combat screen, and this guy looks like, is he gonna try and take a shot at me? No, it looks fine. I'm not really hardcore, so I don't know if it's worth actually fighting them. You know what, I'll show off the combat. Let's go have a combat. Let's see if we can try and keep behind them. The deck guns turret rather well. So it's good for staying behind people. Why have they stopped? I don't know anything about any of the other guns because I've never actually gotten that far. From the casual curiosities, I will open them up. Oh, nice supplies. Hardtack, water, and an unexpected box of nails. I would be wit's remarks that the nails look tasty of the hardtack until an officer's glare silences her. Sweet! There'll be another pirate ship coming up for you, maybe? I believe this is the tomb colonies, or at least one of them. I actually don't know if there are more than one tomb colonies. But this is definitely Venderbite. James, these names. I'm just going to stumble over every damn thing I say today. There we go. Brought the decaying immigrant north, help with the immigrant. Your Toon colonist passenger yanks off her bandages. She looks remarkably healthy for a Toon colonist. I'm not as dead as I look, she confesses, and I won't get ashore without your help. Yes, the constables are looking for me back home. Is that a problem? Okay. Yeah, I could do that. You slip your furtive passenger this skin check post. Ah, yes. And the confirmation of consolation. Thanks, Captain, she remarks casually. Let me teach you a couple of tricks in case you do this again. There's little hush money. Okay, so 200 echoes? Nice! Broken with a vendor bly. Got some veils. And yeah, I know people are suspicious of me. Now let's check out the Toon Colony. Explore Venderblye. Vengeance of Jonah. Wait, what's this? At the twisted tip of an odd side street, welcoming yellowy light from gilt-lettered windows of a restaurant, a sign reads Vengeance of Jonah. A beefy Toon colonist bustles up, a grey moustache pokes impertinently out from under his bandages. Come in, come in! You've lost one terror. Okay. Okay, a bandage poisoner? Okay. Apparently we can recruit him, but we need 200 echoes and I don't have nearly enough money. After a strange catch. I don't have a strange catch, so that's fine. Sample today's special. What? Well, I can't do any of these, so I'm just going to leave. That was weird. Let's gather some gossip. We now have a port report. And we can also visit the first curator, who is responsible for the preservation of the Toon colonies. Essentially, the curator is like this really decayed corpse. No more light. The obsequious. Obsequious? Yeah, logs. Stuart. Whoa! Sorry, I kicked a wire and my speakers went like mental. Hopefully that didn't record. Curator, the steward cautions you. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door and you step inside into near darkness. A pair of luminous lamplighter bees buzz in a latticed ivory tube. There is no other source of light. A bandaged shape, no larger than a child, crumbled on the couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bees. Okay, bring me colours. 7 colours, pay well. As for the Grand Sanatorium, oh, sealskin, you don't want to know. The chuckling becomes a cough. We don't die here below, not unless we go to the Z. So we need something else. Somewhere to end. This is somewhat unnerving, actually. I'd say you find the idea of, like, no death rather sinister. Like the idea that you can be damaged, but you won't die, quite sinister. And I accept them. Essentially we need to get colours. I don't really know how to find colours. Let's see. There is a sea more sunless. What? So really bizarre. Okay, so yeah, these are all various colours to get. Another quest. And... okay, well that's enough of this. I'm going to keep exploring, because I'm actually really good in supplies right now. Just going to keep following course. So here's the chart so far. As you got Fallen London down there, Venderbly up here, and yeah, I think I'm just going to keep following the coast until I find something interesting. Yeah, believe it, you get fragments of secrets every time you discover something. Oh, that's a swarm of bats, they're a nightmare. With other creatures, you can kind of like trick them into getting stuck on cliffs and things. The bats, however, are less easy to combat, so I think I'm going to avoid them if at all possible. So the boreal reach is this snow? Touch it, and it puffs to vapor. The men huddle close to the warmth of the pipe and funnel. Strange. Oh, what on earth is that? I do not even know what that is. Can I? No. I'm not going to mess with that. Unless it decides to make an issue of it. It's a Lifeberg. Oh, jings. I don't even know. I'm not a particularly tough ship, so I may see if I can get it stuck over here. Oh, there's a harbour. Let's park here, turn around and see if it tries to follow us. Can't see him. Oh, that's an arch. I see. I just kind of avoided it. Hey, got him. Hopefully he'll be stuck there until I can kill him. If not, I might just straight up have to flee. Yeah, totally cheating. I'm just gonna sip of my tea. We may be here a while. So Fallen London, I'd say it's actually a really interesting setting. I find I like that kind of like mix of Victorian sensibilities with supernatural strangeness. I mean, this kind of like non-traditional fantasy is something I'm actually quite a fan of. I don't even know what all these stats mean, to be honest. Oh my goodness, we are going to be here for quite some time. The reward for this better be worth it. I'm losing my connection though, that's actually somewhat concerning. We told them offline. I don't know if I believe her or not. We're very nearly taking half of his health. Oops. Well, at least I got him. That's nice. Hey, I'm live again, apparently. Oh, what? Your fuel goes down when you're... Oh my god, is there a way to turn off your engines? I did not realise you use fuel even when parked. I thought you only used it when you were moving. That strikes me as something of a, yeah. That's vaguely annoying, actually. Like, the idea that even when parked, you can you use up your fuel. Where is everyone? Where did they go? They're here. They're here. You're not alone. Oh my. I may be slightly mad. This is absurd. Note to self, don't fight lifebergs. Kinda like the combat in this. It's pretty slow. I imagine once you get like a more interesting ship under your belt, it's a bit more fun. Doop 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 doop. Oh my god, it's like this, you just want words to fill the darkness. So yeah, I was talking about London Below. Is it Below? That's something entirely different. Fallen London, yeah, so it's the kind of like fantasy I really enjoy. I like things which take unusual routes and go in strange directions. It appeals to me. Especially if it don't make a lot of sense. For some reason that improves the experience for me. And hopefully, I'm going to have enough fuel to get back home again. I'm going to concentrate on gathering treasures. Ooh. Some sort of barrel. Firkin of honey. Let's see, a firkin of prisoner's honey. That's what they call prisoner's honey, wrung by the lamplighter bee from Exile's Rose. I wonder who made up all these names, remarks able-seeming Karga. Somebody who's read a sight too many books, I'm thinking. Okay, so that's actually, should get us a pretty penny. Oh my god, there's like 2 ports here, that's awesome. I'm going to visit both and then I'm going to rush home. And I hope that I've got enough fuel to get there. I've discovered Wither! We needed to go there! Oh no! Hopefully I can get some fuels from some of these places. Let's see. Ion Codex. Codex, a desperate cave full of mute exiles and an inexplicable colony of shivering, bad-tempered monkeys. Compile a report. No one can speak. This is a challenge. Quite a doomed monster hunter? I need a Syrian enigma for that. The exiles see many come, fewer leave. Some are even willing to communicate. But their gestures are unfamiliar, their meanings unclear. Even when you can understand, these are answers without questions, as useless as a key without a lock. Anything else going on? No. Okay, well let's leave. And let's rush to the other place, I believe is Wither. My battle button flashed. I hope that means there's not another lifeberg, because that would suck really bad. Who needed something from Wither again? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, my contact. Interesting. Behind the great arch over the bay, the pale waves stretch, white and silent as the face of the moon. From here you might also imagine they were snow. North of the city, the salt pools fizz with an unlikely colour. Okay, well I'm going to gather some intelligence. They always answer a question with another question. This makes intelligence gathering frustrating. Are you asking for any particular reason? Oh, what time of day? Is that your hat? Might it be 6? It could be 6. Eventually covered down enough implication and supposition to compose a report. The folk of Wither are quiet, shy, and mystical. They subsist on cave fish and dust-burrowing beasts. The beer, however, is adequate. I'm not going to go for that, actually. Why is this even a challenge? And I don't really have enough terror that I think it's worth having short leave, spending money on it. I'm going to explore the town. Wither is a quiet, chilling town of grey stone enclosed courtyards. The people are neither exactly unfriendly nor exactly hospitable. They have an irritating habit of answering questions with a question. Here and there are odd sights tucked away. I'm going to have a little bit of an explore. You fall into a reverie as you wander the shore. There are words in the wind, a story of sorts, and of a gate in the north, of a pale light that began there, of a drowned light that will end there, of a high wilderness that other ships may sail. You lift your eyes. On the wall of a saltwork, someone has scrawled, There a sea more sunless. We've seen these words before. We have indeed. Oh, well, I've got more of Storm's attention. Well, that's super. Okay, that's everything for now. I'm going to head back to London and hope that I can make it before my fuel runs out. Good tea. Let's avoid getting into any fights because, as previously mentioned, I was under the impression that fuel was consumed slower when you moved slower, so I had previously got into fights thinking, oh, it's fine, I'll just turn off my engine when I don't need it, and I'll conserve fuel when I'm having this little bit of a combat. But no. Why would they do that? Even that's apparently illogical. Can you tell I'm so annoyed? I've discovered Kant's Abyss. I've actually got my hands completely off the keyboard now, which is like super dangerous. Okay, I'm going to avoid those guys. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, I do not want this. Do not want. Oh, nope, there we go. Ah! There's nothing for it. Got one. Let's see, I'm gonna eat them. I gain 1 terror, 1 supplies. Awesome. I'm just gonna shoot these guys because there's no way I'm escaping them. And I can use supplies as fuel if I run out, so it's worth snatching up the bodies. Anyway, where were we? About halfway there, that's pretty good. Pretty much going to go straight south from here. All clear? Oh yeah, we also have the Z-Bat, which will tell you the nearest significant landmass that you haven't discovered. Oh, goodness. I don't really want to fight another steam Panaz, so I'm going to avoid him if at all possible. Where am I? Oh no, this is bad. What's this light ship? They long for news of home. Oh, I can also purchase fuel. You know, I'm good. I have 1 Z story, I've lost 5 terror, that's pretty good. And I've lost recent news. Okay, that's okay. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. All I want to do is take this guy out, even though I really don't have the fuel for a fight. Hey! Lean pickings, well. 2 more supplies, that's pretty good actually. Okay, well I'm going to head as far south as I can. Maybe I can make it, maybe I can't, who even knows. So yeah, that's a light ship, that's basically a lighthouse on ship. Yeah. Hunter's Keep. I think we'll just skip that for now. Should be able to make the rest of the way with fuel on. Hopefully, maybe. The fuel gets consumed surprisingly fast. Desperate measures. Yeah, you can do various things to get more fuel, but I should be fine. And offer for assistance, where basically he fleeces you for all your money. Not terribly interested. Shut up. Okay, Enduring Majesty Custom Service. What kind of gun is that? Anyway, with the Ministry of Police and Masters of the Bazaar, today have selected you for inspection. Don't cheek them. I cannot do. We have nothing to hide because we don't have any romantic literature, which is apparently illegal, or unstamped souls, or unstamped brilliant souls, or indeed a sunlight filled mirror catch box. What? Which I guess are all restricted. Okay. Or I can hide it all, but I don't have any, like, controlled goods, so I'm just gonna reduce my suspicion. Cool. Clear message from the Harbour Master. Oops. Oh, apparently I'm not live again. Oh well. Let's see. Something in change. I don't actually know what this means. A little gift. A very fine evening to you, Captain. My, what you might call, mentor is very fond of your adventurous sea captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call dispensation, on account of he is so fond of sea captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray piled high with field supplies. Accept the dispensation. Do make sure you have 15 points of space. The hold, or come back later. It'll be embarrassing to leave, to have to leave on the dock. I'm pretty sure I got plenty of room in the hold. Yeah, we got 40 hold. Inquire further, is there a cat? He runs a very fine line in a very liberal establishment just across the river that is much patronised by our sailors, by men of wit and vinegar, and public house. And there is no obligation to speak of. My patron would only hope that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for your return to his kindness, then I do not imagine he would refuse your offer. Bear with me one sec, guys. And back. Okay, I'm an urchin. I'm basically a criminal, and I'm wearing a super mysterious mask. So yeah, I'm gonna accept it. I get 10 fuel, which is sweet. 5 supplies, which is also sweet, and I'm a bit more suspicious. I've accepted the proposal. Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts to your liking. He expects that you perhaps someday you might choose to call on him at the Medusa's head. Should that day come, we will make you very welcome and give you any safe conduct what you might require. Good evening to you. All uses of language. I'm going to check my father's bones. I don't think there was an option to buy motor salt, was there? That's seriously annoying because I completely forgot that was the point of me going up there. No, I don't recall having an option for this. Okay, well, perhaps another time. Check on lodgings, get the local news. Same as last time, that's fine. Lost my terror. I can rest, which gets rid of some of my terror, but it's not really worth it at this point. I'm gonna go on. Carouse, visit the university. Yeah, might as well. I've gained 1 pages, lost 1 secret. What? I can give a memory of distant shores, and I get money for it, which is pretty nice. I can tell him a Z story, which gives me a bit more money, which is also rather nice. Okay, we're going to leave again. I'll visit the Admiralty's survey office. Them Hunter's Keep. I trust the sisters are keeping well. They are citizens of her enduring majesty. Notionally? Notionally, yeah. Yeah, okay. 5 echoes, yeah, it's not really worth anything. Vendor Blight nets me 10 echoes, which is pretty nice, and 1 fuel. Ooh. I've used that set of questions. I don't want to give them the satisfaction. A bit more fuel and 20 echoes, I think. That's pretty nice. I'll talk about Codex. Another 20 echo and more fuel. That's pretty sweet. You know what? There's something I want to do with all this fuel, I think. Aha! Let's see. We can get more and more fuel if we really want to. We can tell we got some vital information, which we don't. And we don't submit any... Let's see what he's got. Interesting. Okay, that's nothing. Is it worth trading in favours for fuel? I think it is, because I'm trying to keep all the money I have. There's something I'd quite like to do, and I need all the fuel I can get for that, so I'm going to get some fuel. Bring them home. Okay, I've gained 2 fuel, that's fine. Don't really want to repair the hull at this point. I think I'm in pretty good shape. Let's head to the shops. Don't even know what this is. Across the bridge. Oh, these are special lamps, I see. Might be worth buying one of them. But first, I'm going to stock up on some supplies. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 20 of each, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's going to have to do. Why can't I buy more? I'm out of hold space, aren't I? You know what? I'm okay with that. Can I sell the honey? Yeah, may as well. Buy a bit more supplies. Okay, so what else can I buy? I can buy an assistant. I don't really think that's really worth getting. Can't really get any guns. I'm gonna... Do I have a lamp? It takes up cargo room? That's deeply annoying. Okay, well, not today. But I do have a bridge slot. That's good to know. Nah, they're not interested in that. The alarming scholar is mercurial, to say the least. A creature of sudden moods, provoking teeth, possibly her. Or is it? Is it her? Appointment as University Maritime Liaison was precautionary to keep his... Is it his? Razor-sharp enthusiasm for causing too many injuries at the facility. Interesting. Doesn't look terribly alarming, but whatever, what do I know? Apparently someone was interested in hiring, like, coming onto the crew, but I haven't seen any, Oh, a new recruit, there we go. Let's see. Navigator, the first officer increases mirrors and veils, and a gunnery officer which substantially increases iron. That's 20 echo, that's 50 echo. I'm not entirely sure which one to take on, to be honest. I mean, I quite like iron, because I'd quite like to hit on this lady at some point. But I can also like double down on veils, which would be nice, because that way I can succeed in more of veils challenges and be better at what I'm good at, which is actually really important in these kind of games. I'm going to take the more expensive guy, actually, if only because I think he's going to be more worth the money. Let me guide your ship. I know all the sea, how it was, how it will be. Please, the headaches only stop when I'm working. Oh, goodness. Okay. Where'd he go? First officer. Okay. Has the tattoo grown since you last looked? Mirrors plus 6, veils plus 3. Okay, speed 2. Is that admirable appetite for a fellow so slight? Okay, and I can improve my mirrors unless it's higher than 100. How many secrets do I have? I have 2, but I'm actually quite interested in boosting my irons. Tempted. Don't know what would be best to do though, because that's... This guy's all about his... mirrors. Oh wow, that's actually... Ah, no, let's get some irons. The gunner ran with the regiment, an urchin gang who keep cannon in their high clock tower. Wow, hello. Oh, she still misses them. Anyway, let's leave London. Right, now we're going to follow the coast south, as there's a particular destination I'd like to try out, and to get to that destination you need quite a lot of supplies, which I am well stocked on. Nope, don't want to fight the crab. Oh, what's this? Okay, let's nip down here and see what they have to offer. Bugsby Marshes, interesting. It's apparently blood in the wind. Oh goodness. Let's see. Don't want to drink. I get a Mog with 3 supplies. Don't really want him. Going to explore the shore. Fishfolk sailors, a shady couple of likely pirates, and is that a drowny down by the water's edge? They sit around a fire, the Z's edge passing around a bottle of something viscous black. They're wagering on riddles. Will you join them? I got a decent... Oh, wow. A tough challenge? Oh, 31%. That's pretty nasty. Okay, let's go for one. At least got some fragments. Well, whatever. Chat to the fisherman. I get a port report. Excellent, that's worth it. That'll give me a bit of profit. I'd quite like to give the Moggy. The Moggy is pretty cool, but I don't want to give up supplies at this point. So let's just launch. Hopefully that crab won't see me. Hey, I think I lost him. More crabs, which is unfortunate. I did hope to hug the coastline there, but I don't really want to kill more fights. Here's what I'm looking for. I found the Cumian Canal on the Albertine Gates. Something way too important. Okay. Here the dark waters run down from the surface from a brighter sea. This is a canal which leads to the surface, which, in my opinion, somewhat defeats the point, because I don't know why people would ever be down here if they could leave. But I'll gather a port report. I'll listen for surplus gossip. 22 fuel! Dang! Wow. Okay, I needed much more fuel than I was prepared for. Okay, I mean, I don't even think... Yeah, I can't carry enough supplies to go to the surface. So, I guess I'll have to wait until I've got more supplies in my belt, you know? Let's get some gossip. A card game ends badly when one of the surface sailor knives another for all the usual reasons. The other players scrabble from the coins that spill from her pockets. But you snatch up a scrap of paper they overlook. Curious markings, dates, times, code names, spies work. I now have a move in the great game. Okay, well that was interesting. Right, so I'm going to take a quick break here and probably refresh my cup of tea and such. And yeah, I will be back soon. Intermission! Or is it tea break? I think we'll use the tea break sign. Tea break! We'll be back soon, guys. Ta-ta!